In case you were wondering what happened to Medley, she is still here inside the boss room of the Earth Temple, but you can't talk to her. All you can do is watch her while she plays her harp. Everyone, I would like to offer a formal apology for a mistake I made in my video walkthrough. There are 2 treasure charts located here in the Earth Temple. One leads to a piece of heart, and the other leads to 200 rupees. In video number 49, I got the 2 treasure charts mixed up. I confused the one with rupees for the one with the piece of heart. It turns out that the treasure chart, which leads to a piece of heart, is inside this room right over here. Just kill all the enemies to get the treasure chart. I'll be getting that treasure in just a moment, but first, let's have some time with Seagull. As I've said a couple of times so far, Seagull is clearly the best character of the entire game. Here on Headstone Island, Seagull once again proves his worth by finding a piece of heart. Michael, that makes 3 pieces of heart in total. Link needs 1 more for another heart container. Thank you, Bob. So, where is the piece of heart that I got the treasure chart for? That piece of heart is located on Bomb Island. Sounds good, Bob. Let's go there as quickly as possible. While we're traveling to Bomb Island, let's talk about the Zelda timeline theory. I've gotten several comments about the timeline theory on my videos. Apparently, Nintendo came out with an official Zelda timeline several years after this game was released. They say that Ocarina of Time somehow split the entire Zelda series up into 3 different timelines, and this is timeline number 3. Wind Waker is part of timeline number 3, the bad timeline. This is the timeline featured at the end of Ocarina of Time. Princess Zelda plays the Ocarina of Time, and she sends Link into the past, and he basically destroys everything.
Let's go backwards to destroy the past. How long will your oxygen last?
Needless to say, this alternate timeline theory does not really fit in with time travel as presented in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Time travel's a little screwy in Ocarina of Time, I will admit it. However, that game follows the Back to the Future timeline theory, where there is only one timeline. And the Zelda timeline theory follows the Dragon Ball Z timeline theory, where you have multiple universes and multiple timelines. Furthermore, we know what happened after Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. There's a game called Majora's Mask, which shows you what happened. Link decided to leave Hyrule to find Navi, and Link, using his foreknowledge of the future, made it impossible for Ganondorf to take over the world. How did he do this? Link took the Ocarina of Time out of Hyrule. Link has the Ocarina of Time in Majora's Mask, right? He takes the Ocarina of Time to Termina. Therefore, Ganondorf did not open the Door of Time, he did not get the Triforce of Power, and Hyrule was safe. So why is there still a timeline where Ganondorf took over the world? In any case, enough fighting about the Zelda timeline theory. Let's get that piece of heart. Oh dear, I seem to be in the wrong spot. Move 3 inches to the side, and then get the piece of heart. Oh, I'm wrong too? Okay, what about here? There we go. Wow, that particular piece of heart was rather tricky to get. But it's your next piece of heart, Michael. That gives you 4 pieces. Now you have 1 more heart container. That gives you 10 heart containers in all. 10 is basically the ideal number of heart containers in this game, because a fairy can only heal 10 heart containers. You can get more heart containers if you really want to, and I'm going to get more. But I really don't think they're necessary, not unless you want to carry multiple fairies. And I'm actually not going to carry multiple fairies. I'm only going to be carrying the one. And it looks like we've got mail. ₹10. Okay. Yo, how you been, man? I gotta tell you, you really helped me out there back at the mail center, man. I'll never be as good as you, man. You're the man, man. You're great. You're awesome. Yay, man, yay. Go, man, go. I love you, bro. I'm never gonna give you up.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
As the name of this island indicates, you need to use bombs. Since this is Bomb Island, you have to use bombs in order to get to the hidden area over here. And this is a challenge we haven't seen in a while. We saw it in Dragon Roost Cavern. What you have to do is hit these enemies and then put them on switches. So you need to grapple them when their mouths are open, and then drop them on the switch. Here in the first room, you only have 1 switch, so you only have to do that with 1 enemy. Here in this room, we have 3 switches. But the first switch is over here, and you can simply just walk along the platform in order to reach it. This can be difficult, because it is a very narrow platform. If you're having trouble with this, I would recommend just taking out the Deku Leaf and cheating through this particular puzzle. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That was bad. But don't worry, even if you die, you have solved the challenge, so you don't need to solve it again. Oh! Link really likes falling into the lava today. Huh. Great, so 2 enemies and 2 switches. I'm gonna lure this enemy a bit closer to the center so I don't accidentally knock it off of the platform. Pick up the enemy and throw it on the switch. Looks like I apparently missed with that enemy, so let's throw this one. Oh, that one missed too. This is a precision challenge, and as you can see, it's not always the easiest. And hey, I managed to get that switch without even throwing the enemy. The other switch is more difficult to hit because we have 2 platforms, not just 1. So you don't want to land on platform number 1, you want to land on platform number 2. It can be kind of tricky, but I managed to solve the puzzle, and for your reward, you get another piece of heart. That makes 3 pieces of heart you've received in one video.